Hello there, and happy Monday to you. I can't believe this has come round again already. So, today we are going to be doing a really lovely self love meditation. It'll be about 20 to 30 minutes or so, time wise. So, if you're here and you're hoping to participate in the meditation, please make sure that you set your phone to airplane mode. Ideally, just check. I think I just did mine. Yeah, make sure you've got your phone set to airplane mode so that you don't get any pings or buzzes while we're meditating, and also just create a really nice space where you feel super comfortable and cozy. So I've got my lovely warm cozy scarf on. You might want to grab a little blanket, get some cushions. Just really set yourself up for a lovely calming space. So the meditation is just me talking. I haven't got any background music today because I really want you to enjoy the silence and savor the silence. And for me, this kind of journey of self love has taken decades really to get used to the idea of loving myself. To start with, I think, many years ago when I first heard the term, I didn't really know what it meant. I didn't know what it meant to love yourself. It was the kind of phrase that people would use about people that were vain, like, oh, he loves himself, or she loves herself, or they love themselves. But actually, over the past 10 years in particular, I've really come to realize the importance of loving ourselves unconditionally and learning to trust ourselves and to not be quite so hard on ourselves and not judge ourselves quite so much. So this is a really beautiful meditation to help you to connect with yourself, connect with your heart as you explore self-love. So we're going to get started on the meditation now. I'm just going to get a bit closer to the mic. I'm just checking that I'm live in the community as well, which I think I should be. Oh yeah, I've got a comment, so that's a good sign. Right, okay, let's get started. So if you're able to do so, just close down your eyes for me and just start by taking a few mindful breaths. We're going to come back to the breath again in a minute, but for now, just breathing naturally. Reminding yourself that if we don't allow that natural love for ourselves to be expressed, then love isn't going to fully reveal itself in other areas of our lives. So it's really important that we take the time to love ourselves. Reminding yourself as well that our true default is actually to love ourselves, but we learn to suppress that love. Sometimes default to self-sabotage, negative thoughts and negative behaviors. But actually our true default is love, unconditional love. And you are worthy of this time, of this space, and of this love. And just being here today with me in itself is a true act of self-love. So thank you for creating that time for yourself. So we're going to come back to the breath now, and we're going to take our very first action in self-love right now, which is through your life-giving breath. You have a wonderful ability to breathe at will in all kinds of different ways, and you might not be fully aware of it, but actually your breath has been there literally your entire life, supporting you in so many different ways, changing when it's needed. It's been quickening to the demands of exciting circumstances and flowing effortlessly when you're resting. And by taking these mindful deep breaths every day, you can really change your body and mind for the better, and of course cultivate that self-love as well. So what we're going to do now is do 5 mindful full deep breaths. I'm going to talk you through it, so don't worry. We're going to basically breathe in fully, and then we're going to have a nice pause at the top of the breath, and then we're going to exhale slowly, okay? So breath number 1, inhale with a nice deep breath, just really expanding your lungs and your belly as much as you can, and then hold at the top of the breath. Might only be able to do a couple of seconds, and that's okay. And then just exhaling gently with relief. And then again, breath 2, just breathing in lovely fresh oxygen that's going to be supplied to your bloodstream. And then hold the breath, really soak it in. And then just exhale without any effort. Just let your body just sink as you exhale. And then breath number 3, inhaling, feeling a nice rejuvenation and invigoration by this breathing. Again, holding at the top, just finding a little bit of stillness and peace in that moment, in that hold. And then when you're ready, just exhaling easily, slowly as you can. And then breath 4, inhale, just noticing how breathing fully comes naturally for you. Again, pausing at the top, just to really soak that oxygen into every cell in your body. And then when you're ready, exhaling any tension, any worry, as slowly as you can. And then the final breath, just inhaling fully, reminding yourself this is an act of self-love, right down to the bottom of your tummy, fill up your lungs, and then pause and feel the love. Pause and feel the love. And then when you're ready, just exhaling into complete relaxation. So when you've taken those breaths, just let your breath flow at a pace without any extra effort. So just back to normal breathing. Reminding yourself how important these breaths are. This deep breathing really increases the supply of oxygen to your brain, and it stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system. And this is sometimes referred to as rest and digest. And you've probably heard of fight or flight. And that's when our body gets prepared to do just that. It floods our system with adrenaline, it increases that blood flow and makes us generally more alert. But when we do this lovely, calm, mindful breathing, this deep breathing, we rest and digest, which is basically the opposite of fight or flight. And when we rest and digest, we're prioritizing blood flow to our internal organs, and we're reducing our heart rate, which helps us to relax and helps us to heal and helps us to cultivate self-love. So the next little thing we're going to do is honor ourselves and love ourselves by bringing our attention to our minds. And I want you to just be aware of your mind. Maybe you've got some thoughts coming up, just rising up one after the other. Completely normal when you're meditating or finding some peace and stillness. Those thoughts come up. And I want you to just see those thoughts come and see those thoughts go. And because we are learning to love ourselves, we offer no judgment about our thoughts, and we don't disregard any of our thoughts. We honor all of our thoughts through a loving lens. So just taking a moment to really notice those thoughts. And sometimes thoughts keep cropping up. It could be the same thought. Maybe you get lost in a particular thought pattern. And some of the thoughts just last a millisecond or so, and then they're gone again. And you might even bring a slight smile to your lips as you just notice your monkey mind jumping from thought to thought. Our busy monkey minds. So really feeling into the love of your mind, knowing how hard it works for you every single day, knowing that the human brain can process about 11 million bits of information per second. And only 40 to 50 of those bits are conscious. So Our mind is doing all this work for us in the background every day. So just really appreciate what your mind does for you throughout the day, all that decision making, all those thoughts, all the help it's giving you in the background. And now, just bringing your attention to your heart, your beautiful, loving heart. And this is where we hold our self-love. And I want you to just consider the concept that maybe our heart is a second brain in a way. There's been some research around our hearts having its own little brain and its own nervous system. And this heart brain has about 40,000 neurons, which are pretty similar to the neurons that we have in our brains. So our beautiful, loving heart has its own little world going on there, its own little nervous system. So just thinking about your heart beating, pumping blood around your body, being like a little mini brain for you. And you might like to consider the connection actually between your mind and your heart. Maybe you've made decisions from your heart. Maybe you've made some decisions purely with your mind, your brain. So maybe today, for the rest of the day, you could try heart thinking. What might that look like to you? Just thinking with your heart. What decisions might you make if you were thinking with your heart today? And I just want you to spend a moment to just visualize that connection between your heart and your mind. Maybe it looks like a stream of golden lights, a loop, a feedback loop from your heart to your mind and back again. And now we're going to do some visualization. I'm just going to introduce self-love of your body, your amazing body, and all the things that it does for you every day. Just feeling real gratitude and love for your legs, which move you around from place to place. Always on the move, standing up, sitting down, walking or running, at the gym, at home, up and down stairs. All the places that your legs take you to throughout your busy day. And then bringing your loving awareness to your arms which hug or hold the ones you love. And your hands, which complete so many different tasks every day. Drinking your tea, holding a knife and fork, typing, writing, tapping. All those things that our hands do for us every day. Just really bringing your loving awareness to your hands. And then bringing your loving awareness to your beautiful face, your eyes, your nose, your lips, your mouth, and all the weird and wonderful expressions that your face makes throughout the day. Just really feeling into that love and gratitude for all parts of yourself. And maybe there's another part of your body that you'd like to express love and gratitude for today. Maybe your soft tummy, or your strong back, your dainty feet, any other area that you love about your body. Just take a moment now to appreciate that. And now we're going to just imagine yourself full of an abundance of self-love in the form of nutrients and hydration. Just seeing yourself now, maybe at the supermarket or opening your fridge, deciding what to make yourself to eat. What sorts of things would you choose to buy? What types of ingredients make up the meals that you could eat that show your body how much you love and care for it? And I want you to imagine just visualizing now bringing some healthy food to your mouth. Maybe it's on a fork or a spoon, or it's just held in your fingers. And before you put it in your mouth, just pausing for a moment and really appreciating that meal or that item of food, appreciating the smell or the color, the texture. And then imagine eating this lovely healthy food really slowly and mindfully, lovingly, just savoring the taste of healthy food and what it means to eat healthy food. The message that you're telling yourself whenever you reject the chocolate or the biscuits and instead you choose to fuel your body with something else, a healthier alternative. Because sometimes we sabotage ourselves and we have misguided self-love. But real self-love is thinking about fueling our body with really nutritious foods and drinking plenty of water. And there's a lovely quote about water, which is, "If there is magic on this planet, it's contained in water." And I love that quote. So imagine just filling a glass with water. It could be from the tap, or maybe you've got a water filter in your home. Just filling a glass of that lovely crystal clear water. And bring that magic to your lips as you drink that life-giving water. And let the magic of that water just spread to every cell in your body. That crystal white, healing, cleansing water and light just spreading through your body, hydrating you, hydrating all those parts of your body that we've spoken about, the bits that you love of your body, hydrating you, hydrating your mind, hydrating your lungs so you can take those lovely deep breaths. That water, the magic water, just bringing that all together. And finally, we're just going to bring our awareness back to our minds and consider our mental chatter for a moment. Now, maybe when we were already talking about the mind, maybe you had some negative mental chatter coming up then, some negative thoughts coming up. And that's completely normal. We are trained for negativity. It's in our programming, our inherent programming as human beings. But when we love ourselves, we really just need to bring our attention to that mental chatter. Because if we allow our mental chatter to be negative and allow ourselves to ruminate, then it can start to make us feel really rubbish about ourselves. So we're going to start to just intercept that negative mental chatter, just disrupt those patterns when they come up. Again, there's no judgment, there's no self-beration, there's just love. So we start to intercept that negative chatter and instead choose to replace it with a positive thought, with a loving thought. And I'm going to read some loving affirmations to you. And I'd love for you to just repeat those in your mind as I say them. Really feeling into the words as you repeat them in your mind. Remembering that heart-mind connection. So as your mind repeats the affirmation, I want you to also bring that into your heart. Okay? Remembering that your heart has its own little mini world as well. Thinking about that feedback loop between mind and heart. And thinking about how we can learn to love ourselves a little bit better through our thoughts, through our loving thoughts. So I'm going to start the affirmations now. When I fully love myself, I'm able to fully love others. I'm going to repeat that for you. When I fully love myself, I am able to fully love others. And the second affirmation, deciding to love myself is a wonderful agreement. Deciding to love myself is a wonderful agreement. Each day, I allow the love that I have for myself to grow and grow. Each day, I allow the love that I have for myself to grow and grow. I am worthy of love, and I honor the joy that comes with it. I am worthy of love, and I honor the joy that comes with it. Deciding to love myself unconditionally, no matter what happens, is wonderful. Deciding to love myself unconditionally, no matter what happens, is wonderful. I deserve love and self-respect. I deserve love and self-respect. I love and accept everything about myself. I love and accept everything about myself. I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Remember to bring these words to your heart as well. Today, I love myself even more than yesterday. Today, I love myself even more than yesterday. Truly loving myself is easy for me. Truly loving myself is easy for me. The more I love myself, the better all areas of my life become. The more I love myself, the better all areas of my life become. I have unconditional love within me that overflows in abundance to those around me. I have unconditional love within me that overflows in abundance to those around me. Well done. So just let those lovely words, those lovely affirmations become absorbed by your mind and your heart. And then we're going to slowly just bring your awareness back to your body, back to the weight of your body where you're sitting, back to your feet, your fingers and toes. And you may wish to just really gently start to nudge or wiggle your fingers and toes as we bring our awareness back to the present moment. But before you open your eyes, I want you to take a really nice, fresh, deep breath in and know that whenever you love yourself, you will find more love. Let's say that again. Whenever you love yourself, you will find more love. So again, nice deep breath in through the nose. Hold at the top and then let go. And when you're ready, you might like to open your eyes here. Just roll your shoulders. Just roll your head. Might like to have a little stretch as well. And just sit for a moment and just appreciate that love. You might want to just put your hand just on your heart center with your eyes open, just really feeling into that self-love. And as you go throughout your day, these messages that I've spoken to you in this meditation, they will stay with you. Remember how much information your brain is processing. A lot of it is subconscious. So those messages will have gone in. And if you want to come back to this meditation, this is something that's really nice to do on a weekly or even daily basis, just to really help you to cultivate those feelings of self-love. I know it can take time sometimes, so be really gentle with yourself and don't beat yourself up. Okay? Loving kindness all the way. So thank you so much for joining me today. I wish you lots of love and abundance of love as you enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you back here next week for our next co-working session. Bye.